Page 71, Lasting Love. On page 70, they are showing you a bunch of augmented triads. Let's talk about that briefly. A triad is a three-note chord. All right, we've been dealing with triads a long time. Big deal. Well, an augmented triad is a triad that's augmented. Duh. Which simply means you take the top note in this triad. I'm going to come down here. And so with an augmented triad, we're simply going to raise the top note a half a step. So we have this triad. That's the top note. Take it up a half a step. That means up one note on the keyboard, white or black. And that is an augmented C chord. They show you C aug, that's what it is. There's other symbols of indicating an augmented triad, an augmented chord. Not going to get in, there's plenty of other videos that teach that stuff. You can go watch them, all right, you want to get into it. They have other examples too. All you're doing is taking the top note of a triad and taking it up a half a step. Okay, you're augmenting it. Now, I will add one little thing to that. The interval in a triad, the interval between the top and bottom note is a fifth. To be more specific, it's called a perfect fifth. Well, if I take it up a half a step, that is called an augmented fifth. Just throwing that out there. All right, let's talk about lasting love. Now, these augmented triads are going to introduce some interesting harmonies. They give you a chord progression at the top of the page. They call it a preparatory drill. It's a chord progression. In Lasting Love, I'm going to start with the right hand. Third measure over on the first line, those two A's. I recommend a 1-2 fingering, just so we can use different fingers on them. Then in the second line, the first measure, those G's, I'm doing a 1-2-1. Next measure on the two C's, I'm doing a 3-4 or 4-3. You get that? Because it's a 2 on that last note in the second measure, and then it's up here. Hold the A flat down as you play the second D. And then the next measure, hold the G and the B down as you play the F. And then the third line, you can play it at just the way they've got it. The fourth line, I'm recommending a 2-3 on those two C's. And the next measure on those C's, it's a 3-4. Thumb on the A, and the next measure, I recommend a 2 on the A flat. If you can reach it. Because you got to hold the A flat down for the whole measure as you're playing these other notes up above it. If you can, put a little finger on that last note in that next to the last measure. On the D, use a little finger. So you can use fourth finger on the next measure. It's 1, 2, 4. That's the melody. We want to connect the melody as best we can with the fingers, and we want to feel the melody, and we can feel it better if we're playing it legato. And that's what we're doing here. For the left hand, we get the chords, broken chords. Okay, so just play them pretty much as they're written. In the last measure of the second line in the left hand, I recommend a fifth finger on that last note. Just contract your hand up. Because that way you can do a fourth finger on the next measure. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm just kind of walking around the keyboard like a spider here. And then on the next measure, I recommend a 4 on the F and a 2 on the A. And now we're back to 5 again. 5, 4, 2, just like it's printed. And the next measure, I would do a 4, 2. Once again, Bastien's done it to us again. At the top here underneath the staff, they have with pedal. They're not telling you how to pedal it. They're just saying, go ahead and pedal it. You can figure it out on your own. And I'm saying, no, ugh. This works out okay in the pedaling wise because it just happened to work out that you can pedal it legato throughout the whole piece, change the pedal at every measure. Right after you play the notes in the measure, in the beginning measure, you lift the pedal up and put it right back down, all the way to the end. And at the end, everything comes up at one time. So for instance, the first line, I'm going to do this way. Just do that throughout the whole piece. So let's try this out. This isn't cut time. So it was like this. I don't understand what they're doing here. It's cut time, but it's slowly with feeling. It's 2 beats per measure, and that's what we want to feel, but it's a slow 2 beats per measure. It's a 1, 2. You want to feel that 1, 1, 2. Well, don't feel it in 4. It's not 4/4 time. It's cut time. But when they're talking slowly, they're talking according to the time signature. All right. So it is a slow 2. Slowly with feeling can be misleading. You got to check it with the time signature. And in this case, it's cut time. 1, 2, ready and go and. One, two, ready and go and.